Welcome everyone to podcast episode number 1101 of the Crypto News Alerts pod. In today's show, Bitcoin will shrug off this FTX black swan just like Mt. Gox, according to crypto analysts. Also in today's show, FTX funds are on the move. That's right. Could it be bankruptcy proceedings, an insider threat, or a hack? Well, check this out. FTX said in a statement in its official Telegram channel that it has been hacked, instructing users to delete all FTX apps and don't access the company's website. That's right. And as pointed out here by Bitcoin Archive, FTX had a backdoor built into its accounting software by Bankman-Fried, which he used to move billions without triggering alerts to other staff, auditors, etc., according to Reuters. Also, as shared here, there is a high probability that insiders at FTX are currently trying to run off with the funds. Both FTX and FTX US wallets have now been affected and commingled. The current amount being laundered is $380 million. That's right. And Elon Musk confirms that Sam Bankman-Fried offered billions to finance the Twitter acquisition and says he set off his BS detector. Thank God. Also in today's show, here's where the Bitcoin price may land after this FTX implosion, according to Rec Capital, quoting the analyst here. An average Bitcoin bear market correction of 84.5% could see the price drop to $11,000 in this cycle. Also in today's show, Bloomberg strategist Mike McGlone says Bitcoin can crash by nearly 40% after this FTX fiasco and shares his timeline, quoting him here. The greatest risk asset reversion of 2022 has become clear as of November 9th, but it's the remaining trading sessions that may set off the stage for 2023, with Bitcoin one of the fastest horses in the race and top leading indicator breaching support and risk revisiting $10,000 support. Also in today's show, Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki details potential Bitcoin price target and says he is betting on top crypto asset and against the Federal Reserve, quoting Rich Dad here. Bitcoin worried? No, I am a Bitcoin investor, and I am an investor in physical gold, silver, and real estate. I am not a trader or a flipper. When Bitcoin hits a new bottom between $10,000 and $12,000, I will get excited, not worried. I bet against the Fed, the Treasury, and bet on gold stocks and Bitcoin. Also in today's show, veteran trader Tone Vays says Bitcoin can explode 450% next year, despite this recent crash. Quoting the veteran here, we can have a capitulation down to 11,000 and still hit $100,000 next year because a lot of Bitcoin is going to go into cold storage because people can buy it on the cheap. Also be breaking down the latest of what's going on in the crypto market. All this plus so much more in today's show. I want to welcome everyone just tuning in to today's episode of Crypto News Alerts. This is podcast episode number 1101 of the Crypto News Alerts pod, and today is November 12th, 2022. Happy birthday to Frank V. Show him some love in the live chat if you're attending the live show right now. And without further ado, there is just so much to cover in the market, so let's dive right into today's Market Watch. Checking out Coin360 here. You can see Bitcoin and Ether finally recovering after capitulation down yesterday. We got Bitcoin up, but barely, up 0.17% for the day, maintaining at around 16,900 at the time of this recording. We got Ether just up 1%, trading just under $1,300. Dogecoin is the top gainer for the top cryptos today, up about 10%, trading just above 9 cents, while Binance Coin, Solana, Avalanche, Matic, and most of the crypto market currently correcting and in the red. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, you can see the current market cap sitting at $847 billion with $84 billion in volume. In the past 24 hours, the current Bitcoin dominance is 38.1%, with the Ether dominance at 18.2%. And checking out the top 100 cryptocurrency gainers for the past 24 hours, we have GMX leading the pack, up 15.6%, trading at $38.28, followed by Trust Wallet Token, up 8%, trading at $1.24, followed by Dogecoin, up 3%, trading just above 9 cents. And checking out the top 100 cryptocurrency gainers for the past week, literally nothing is in the green because we've had massive losses, all thanks to Sam Bankman-Fried and his fraudster crypto exchange. FTX causing mass contagion in the market, and it has literally impacted and affected everything. You can just see mass losses on average between 20 and 40%. for the altcoins. And checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 21 in extreme fear. Yesterday was a 25, last week a 38, and last month a 20 in extreme fear. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That could be a great buying opportunity like we're witnessing right now. BTFD bought that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. So there you have it. Let me know how deep you feel this contagion is likely to get, as we've had mass impact in the past, the last 3 or 4 days since this news has evolved around it, and things are getting worse every single day. Yesterday, FTX basically publicly admitted they filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy for 300 plus of their corporations, which has literally impacted everything. So without further ado, let's dive right into our Bitcoin technical analysis and see where we're currently sitting. Bitcoin will recover from the FTX Black Swan event, just like other setbacks. Trading team Stock Money Lizard believes. In a tweet on November 12th, the popular commentator argued that the week's events were actually nothing new for the King Crypto, despite falling 25% in days. Bitcoin is not doomed as a result of the insolvencies impacting FTX, Alameda Research, and possibly other major crypto companies. For Stock Money Lizards, what a username, by the way. The unraveling, while sudden, is not hugely different to liquidity crisis from earlier in Bitcoin's history. We have seen real Black Swan events, the FTX bankruptcy. It said the history of Bitcoin is lined with such events, and the market will recover from it as it did in the past. And an accompanying chart, which you can see here, flags similar Black Swan moments from the past stretching back to the Mt. Gox hack of 2013. Two other notable events were the hack of exchange Bitfinex in 2016 and the March Novid crash, which crashed the markets as well when Bitcoin went all the way down to the $3,500 range, which we can see here in this chart. So Mt. Gox, negative 60% impact, Bitfinex, negative 86%. Then we had COVID, negative 84%, and now with FTX, negative 77%. So as Cointelegraph reported, ex-FTX executive Zane Tackett even offered to copy Bitfinex's liquidity recovery plan from the time of its $70 million loss by creating a token, and FTX subsequently filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in the United States, and this includes FTX.US, which within 24 hours of them declaring bankruptcy, Bankman-Fried assured that everyone's assets were fine on FTX US and that was not affected, but the fraudster was lying once again. Now, reactions have included frank appraisals of the crypto industry, with Philby, co-founder of Trading Suite Decent Trader, forecasting a multi-year recovery process, and the Binance CEO, CZ, at one point planned to buy FTX, but was warned that the industry has been set back for years, which he actually tweeted in his own words. Now, meanwhile, the loss of user confidence is already showing up, obviously, which it should be. Declining exchange balances. That's right. Take your crypto off the exchanges, not your cheese, not your keys, as I have been preaching here for years on the channel. According to data from on-chain analytics platform CryptoQuant, the Bitcoin balance of major exchanges is now at its lowest since February of 2018. The platform tracked by CryptoQuant finished November 9th and 10th down 35,000 and 26,000 BTC, respectively. Both days were multi-month records, nonetheless not surpassing the single-day tally from June 17th of 67,600 BTC. Now, exchange outflows continue to be monitored by industry analysts, amongst them CryptoQuant contributor Martin, who broadly voices have been calling on social media users to withdraw funds from custodial wallets. Quoting him here, Bitcoin exchanges are run by people who learn fiat finance. Saifedean Ammous, author of the popular book The Bitcoin Standard, wrote in a Twitter post, quoting him here, "Gambling with depositors' money is normal and healthy for them because in the fiat system, the central bank destroys the currency to bail them out every time it goes wrong." And he makes a great point. So there you have it. Are you currently short-term bearish? And how short-term bearish is the million-dollar question? Later in the show, I'm going to be sharing some price predictions from top analysts, many suggesting we drop down to that $10,000 to $12,000 mark. The current low for the King Crypto is currently sitting at around $15,600. How low do you feel will go? Let me know in the comments below. And towards the end, I'll be reading everyone's answers when we do the live Q&A. With that being shared, now let's discuss what is on everyone's mind, which is the latest development I woke up to this morning, which is the FTX funds, which allegedly were seized the other day by the Bahamas authorities. Well, now they have all been been hacked? Is this Sam Bankman-Fried with his backdoor scheming once again? Well, honestly, I would not be surprised, but let's break it down, shall we? The recent tensions between two major crypto exchanges, FTX and Binance, which was accompanied by a massive sell-off of FTX token, their FTT, resulted in the collapse of roughly 130 companies linked to FTX, including FTX Trading, FTX US, West Realmshire Services, as well as the multi-billion-dollar conglomerate Alameda Research. And following the resignation of FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried, that's right, he officially resigned as the CEO, and the revelation of the company's intent to file Chapter 11 bankruptcy, on-chain data hinted of the commencement of bankruptcy proceedings as multiple FTX wallets were found transferring funds over a common Ethereum wallet address. That's right, the wallet address in question received funds from various international and U.S. wallets based linked to the FTX, which amassed over 83,000 ETH worth over $105 million in just 2 hours, starting at 9:20 p.m. last night, and continue to see an influx of funds at the time of this recording, as shared here, or Sam wants to make it all back in one trade. Wouldn't be surprised. It wouldn't shock me at this point. With all eyes on FTX, the late night fund transfers on a Friday night raised questions about the company's intent, while some blockchain investigators saw it as a start of the bankruptcy process. Speculations around a little ill intent or an external hack suffered across the crypto ecosystem, as shared right here. Alert, high probability insiders at FTX are currently trying to run off with the funds. Both FTX and FTX US wallets have now been affected and commingled. The current amount being laundered is a whopping $380 million, and also shared some of the wallets are labeled FSBF and F. Oh, I'm not even going to repeat. This would be a reserve optics to appear as if it was a hack, but we all know anything is possible. That, my friend, is a fact. The wallet owner was found swapping 26 million worth of Tether USDT to DAI via 1inch while approving USDP, which is a Paxos issued stablecoin for trade on COW protocol. And as the situation unfolds, the wallet also approved transfers and sales of other cryptos, including Chainlink, CUSDT, and ST. ETH. The funds coming from FTX wallets were later moved to new addresses, out of which of them was labeled as FTX on Etherscan, as pointed out by blockchain investigator PeckShield. A subsequent investigation also confirmed that 8,000 Ethereum was wormholed from Solana to one of the new addresses within the last hour, as exposed right here by Stephen Dogtoshi. Midway summary, Ethereum has about 290 million, shares the address, Solana has 55 million, and BSC, the Binance Smart Chain, has 88 million. Now, the involvement of a hacker at this time seems unlikely. I repeat, seems very unlikely, as they typically would have moved the funds from FTX's wallet to their own wallets. However, many pointed out the possibility involvement of an insider. That's right, the plot thickens. Until the dust settles, the community continues to monitor the movement of these funds. However, investors are advised to avoid speculation until confirmed reports are set in. FTX has not yet responded for this request or for a comment. And adding to the investors' concerns, FTX told Reuters that between $1 and $2 billion of client money is unaccounted for in the company's spreadsheet. I wonder where that money disappeared to. Sam Bankman-Fried sounds like he was doing some trading with his customers' funds, and the unconfirmed report also suggests Bankman-Fried secretly moved $10 billion in funds to Alameda Research, while pointing out that the whereabouts of the missing funds remain unknown. What a fraudster, to say the least. You know what I mean? And I like to point this out. This was also reported by Reuters. FTX had a backdoor built into its accounting software by Sam Bankman-Fried, which he used to move billions of dollars without triggering alerts to other staff, auditors, etc. So the scam continues and the plot thickens. What are your thoughts surrounding this alleged hack? Do you think this is Sam Bankman-Fried scheming once more, as he is obviously aware of this backdoor which has been put in place? Do you think he is scheming with Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC? This gets extremely deep, and I can't wait for more developments, which I'll be keeping you posted for as they unveil themselves. Now let's discuss what is next after this massive hack, the entire crypto market plunging to new multi-year lows. What's likely to happen next? Well, at least for the King Crypto. Let's break it down, shall we? Here we go. This is according to a crypto analyst by the name of Rec Capital. He tells his 329,000 Twitter followers that better days are ahead for Bitcoin. As he shares here, a Bitcoin bull market will take place one day, but today is not that day. Rec Capital also reminds traders that after this bear market will be a bull market, and after that, another bear market. As he shares here, people think Bitcoin will never see another 80% bear market because it is now mainstream and too mature of an asset, but let's not forget there was a 53% correction just months ago. Average bear market is negative 84.5% deep. It is very likely one will occur after this bull market. And the analyst then points out that Bitcoin has already fallen 78% since last October. That's right. Over 1 year later, since October 2021, Bitcoin has retraced almost 78% thus far. And with that drop in mind, Rec warns Bitcoin is due to drop to $11,000 based on historical precedent. As he shares here, an average Bitcoin bear market correction of negative 84.5% would see the price drop to $11,000 this cycle. And at this point, do you feel that can be a potential possibility? It would not surprise me, considering anything could happen at this moment of time. Now, beginning to direct the conversation towards the recent FTX fallout, the trader says that exchanges tend to collapse during these periods of volatility. As he shares here, in times of Bitcoin capitulation, manual dollar cost averaging at lower prices may be challenging. Exchanges tend to crash during intense volatility. It can be difficult to buy Bitcoin. Buy orders set beforehand can help you gain Bitcoin exposure during this extreme volatility. Then the synonymous analyst compares FTX to other fallen exchanges like Mt. Gox. In previous Bitcoin cycles, it was BitMEX. Earlier, it was Mt. Gox. Now, FTX. It's a pattern. Exchange contagion has become a historical tendency that occurs to close to the absolute Bitcoin bear market bottom. Survive the capitulation and you will flourish in the bull market. Finally, the analyst concludes by reminding traders that bear markets lead to bull markets, which lead to new all-time highs. That's right. As he shares here, in every cycle, Bitcoin has made a new all-time high. Current all-time high, $69,000, which we hit in November of last year. The current price is around $16,800 with scope for further downside. But the math is simple if you're planning to make a great return over the long run in the next bull market. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the crypto analyst that we can likely see an $11,000 bottom. Now, hypothetically, if we crash, just for round numbers, let's just say it was to $10,000, another, if we're currently at 16, that's another 6,000 plus from here. You do the math from risk to reward. Considering the all-time high we've already established last year of 69,000, let's just round for even numbers, say 70,000, you have a 7-to-1 upside by investing into crypto, right? Whereas the downside, how much lower can Bitcoin potentially get? Maybe we drop to 10,000 from here, another $6,000 as analysts are calling for. So the upside is way higher. So from a risk reward standpoint, I am extremely bullish for the long haul for the King crypto, but that's my 2 Satoshis. Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. With that being shared, now let's break down our next story of the day and discuss a potential crash warning coming from Bloomberg strategist Mike McGlone. That's right. Senior intelligence macro strategist McGlone predicts Bitcoin could fall to levels last seen in July of 2020. McGlone says the Bitcoin can fall by 39% from the current price and revisit 10,000 support level over the coming weeks. The macro strategist says that the crypto sell-off witnessed this week has underlined the headwinds facing risk assets going forward. Quoting him here, the breakdown of Bitcoin and crypto assets may trigger capitulation sell stops in most markets that have been under pressure for this year. The great risk asset reversion of 2022 has become clear as of November 9th, but it's the remaining trading sessions that may set the stage for 2023, with Bitcoin one of the fastest horses in the race. Facts. And top leading indicator, breaching support and risk revisiting $10,000 support. And according to the Bloomberg Intelligence senior macro strategist, the impact of the FTX crypto exchange's collapse and the resulting reputational damage of its founder and CEO, Bankman-Fried, might be bigger on the macroeconomic landscape. As he shares here, the loss of confidence from FTX's downfall and its leader, Sam Bankman-Fried, is a shock to cryptos, but the macroeconomic dominoes may be more significant. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Mike McGlone from Bloomberg regarding a potential $10,000 bottom. And with that being shared, now let's discuss Another $10,000 prediction. A lot of analysts are focused in on this 10,000, which is this time coming from Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki, who goes on to share that he is a long-term investor of Bitcoin rather than a trader, and he is not looking to flip the top crypto asset by market cap. In fact, if the King crypto faces another dramatic downturn, Kiyosaki says he'll be excited rather than worried, as he is betting against the Federal Reserve, the U.S. Treasury, and the current administration. I don't blame him. I'm betting against them as well. And as for the price target, Kiyosaki believes a new bottom is coming and could be as low as $10,000 per BTC. Quoting Rich Dad here, Bitcoin, worried? No, I'm a Bitcoin investor, as I am an investor in physical gold, silver, and real estate. I am not a trader or a flipper. When Bitcoin hits a new bottom, $10,000 to $12,000, I will get excited, not worried. I bet against the Fed, the Treasury, and a bet on gold, stocks, and Bitcoin. Now, last month, Kiyosaki issued a dire economic warning, saying that a massive financial collapse is imminent. He said that the only way for traders to protect their wealth is to invest in gold, silver, and BTC. He also recommended coming up with alternative streams of income, as he shares here. Gold, silver, Bitcoin may protect your wealth, but not your income. As the economy crashes, stock markets go bust, pensions crash, and unemployment rises. A side hustle may provide you income. Who knows? Your side hustle may grow into the next Amazon or Bitcoin. Take care. Be aware. Now, Kiyosaki's career has not been without controversy. As we all know, in 2013, a class action lawsuit was filed against him by people who were not satisfied after attending his paid seminars. However, I want to state loud and clear, I am a fan of Kiyosaki. I like Rich Dad, and his book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, greatly impacted my life when I read it as a young adult. So I just want to throw that out there. And back in 2012, one of his best-selling the best-selling author also filed for bankruptcy through one of his companies called Rich Global LLC. So there you have, the writing is on the wall. Many analysts are predicting literally we crash down to $10,000 or the $10,000 to $12,000 range, which leads us into our next story of the day, which is going to be another $10,000 target prediction, but followed by a $100,000 pump in 2023. Because you have to keep in mind here, every epic pump is followed by an epic dump, and every epic dump is followed by an epic pump. That's the nature of the pendulum, which is swinging here in the crypto market. So without further ado, now let's break down our final story of the day. Crypto analyst and trader Tone Vays is detailing the long-term bull case for the King crypto after the flagship digital asset reached 2-year lows, triggered by FTX founder and crypto outcast Sam Bankman-Fried. In a new video, he tells his 123,000 YouTube subs that even if Bitcoin falls to around $11,000, the largest crypto asset by market cap can still reach a new all-time high of $100,000 next year, which ultimately means if we crash to around 11,000, that means Bitcoin is going to 10x within 1 year, according to this analyst. The veteran crypto trader believes he predicted Bitcoin collapse will likely attract buyers who plan to hold their Bitcoin for the long haul. Quoting him here, we have a capitulation down to 11,000 and still hit we can have a capitulation down to 11,000 and still hit 100,000 next year, because a lot of Bitcoin is about to go into cold storage because people can buy it on the cheap. Facts. Now, Bitcoin is currently trading at 16.8, up almost 8% from the 2-year low of around 15,600, which we hit on Tuesday. Vays says that if Bitcoin closes this week above the 18,500 support level, it could be an indication that the flagship crypto asset has bottomed out. So that's the key line in the stand to watch out for. If we close the week above the support level, 18.5, I'm going to be somewhat confident that the low might be in. Right now, it looks very, very promising. And according to the veteran trader, the funding rates on crypto trading platforms BitMEX also indicate that a bottom could be in for Bitcoin based on historical behavior. Quoting him here, that's how markets tend to bottom. Let's look at the last time that BitMEX funding rate was this low. The last time the funding rate was this low was back in May of 2021. Let's see what happened in May 2021. That was right here, $30,000. Eventually, off of that, we went to a new all-time high of $69,000. So I'll take these odds. I'll take the odds that the low is in. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Tone Vays that the lows are likely in at 15,600. But looking at the trader's chart, it appears that the funding rates are extremely negative, indicating that traders are heavily accumulating short positions at this time. The condition could potentially set up the crypto market for a short squeeze, where traders who borrow units of an asset at a certain price in hopes of selling them for a lower price to pocket the difference are forced to buy assets back as the trade moves against their bias. So there you have it. And to watch this video Tone Vays did entitled Nice Rebound, off of the lows. Check the show notes below the video in the description. And for everyone just tuning in, welcome once again. This is podcast episode number 1101. Today is November 12th. Happy birthday to Frankie V. And as you can see, Bitcoin is currently trading at $16,900. How many of you agree with Tone Vays that Bitcoin can likely start flying next year and potentially hit a new all-time high of a six-figure Bitcoin price? Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments right down below. And now let's roll right into our live Q&A, which is one of my favorite sessions of the live show. And let's see what you guys have to share regarding some of these predictions. Skip on down the road says 2023. Ellen says the whole SBF mess is BlackRock, Gensler, and the World Economic Forum to stop Bitcoin cryptos as they want to ban all crypto. I agree 100%. I feel this is a fact. I believe that he is a political puppet or pawn who was positioned to be there by Gensler and the authorities, the SEC, and so on, and obviously for mass regulation so they can do what they want to do and what they have been planning for a long time. And it's unfortunate that Bankman-Fried sold his soul to sell us out and sell out DeFi and sell out crypto. It's very unfortunate, but at least the truth has been exposed, and it is what it is. Coinfather says, SWT, I've been sick off and on with a cough, and it seems to never go away since October 18th. Sorry to hear that. I hope you feel better soon, family. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Vitamin D3 from the sun, always helpful as well. Nathan Roth, is good to see you in the house. J-Dub the Laker. Shiba Inu Reserve. Crazy, right? What did I see earlier? I think it was Crypto.com had half of their reserves in Shiba Inu, and it's like, I can't even believe what's happening in the market right now. Marcus, welcome, family. The proof is in the reserve listed. It's crazy. Steve W says 10x sounds good to me. Well, send it. Let's send this Bitcoin price to 100,000, shall we? Nathan Roth, 134 companies filed, Chapter 11. Insanity. Bitbud, he says 100,000 we reach in 2025. He thinks we're going to go down to 12,000. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Bitbud. Also got to give Bitbud some clout, as he has been very accurate with calling a bottom of around 12,000, even back when Bitcoin was trading at $40,000. So he hit the nail on the head. J-Dub the Laker says, I agree, man. I love crypto news alerts because JV vibes are always good, no matter the situation as it could be. We should always be optimistic because we're in crypto at the lows. We're going to be good for 2+ years. Damn straight, long-term hodlers. That's what's up. Crypto Lucian says, I love JV's Hopium. I wish for 220,000 still in play, maybe for 2025. Welcome, Eric Castro. It's good to see you as well, fam. Tough Cookie, it's good to see you in the house. Crypto Lucian says, I'll be here at 14,000 or less still. Yeah, regardless of the Bitcoin price, count it as a blessing. Even Sam Bankman-Fried screwing over the entire crypto market, I consider this as a blessing that needed to happen. Just trying to project into the long term. Why did this have to happen? Well, maybe so we can start accumulating crypto at lower levels than we have seen in years, as Bitcoin is currently at a multi-year low, which we wouldn't be at if Bankman-Fried didn't screw over literally everyone. So that's the silver lining here. Eric Castro, the like button. Yes, please smash the like button. I greatly appreciate your support. It means a lot. And make sure to turn on all notifications. Tough Cookie says, I am not going anywhere. I'm glad to hear that. We have Eric says, I want my future in crypto to be as bright as your shirt, JV. You're damn right. I call my brother son because he shine like one. Let's get it. We need DeFi. That's right. And Bankman-Fried was attempting to destroy and ruin DeFi as we know it. Imagine only being dependent upon centralized entities. We've learned our lessons with the banks. That's why Bitcoin was invented. It was in response to 2008 financial crisis when we saw banks like the Lehman Brothers, too big to fail, go under. You know what I mean? Well, guess what? We need DeFi. We need decentralized finance. And they're trying to destroy it because obviously they want to control us. And if they don't control the money supply, if they can't control crypto, they can't control us. And then, we would just be sovereign human beings. And they don't want sovereignty. They want an enslaved population. And that's why Gary Gensler is working so hard to shake down people like Kim Kardashian versus paying attention to Bankman-Fried and his billions upon billions of dollars with his cronies who are probably being paid off A little bit of speculation maybe, but there are so many connections between Sam Bankman-Fried and the SEC and the corruption of Gary Gensler. Mass corruption. I hope this all gets exposed and Gary Gensler goes behind bars, right? And if you want to regulate crypto, let's do it the proper way. Let's do it honestly, right? And let's just do it without without the collapse of frickin' the top exchange or the second top exchange in the world. You know what I mean? So I feel this was all orchestrated. It's sad. It's very unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're still very early in crypto. You feel me? Dan Drummond says, last January I said 12,450, then backed off because it was everyone's target. Well, it seems like that target may be pretty accurate. Ellen says, I believe we may have made a prediction just off by $1,500. That's right. And again, everyone wish Frankie V a happy birthday. He turned 42 years old today, and he served in the military in the Navy. So show him some respect, as just the other day was also Veterans Day. Marcus, welcome family. Appreciate you tuning in. BitBuzz says we under 17.5. What up, bro? ESP says Bitcoin hodl. You damn straight. And CoinFather says 2030 we'll all be millionaires and billionaires, and Sam Bankman-Fried in prison. Preach. With that being shared, now for a quick recap as I do the big finish of what I shared here in today's live show. Bitcoin will shrug off this FTX Black Swan event just like we did Mt. Gox. According to crypto analysis, we also discuss FTX funds are on the move, and it could be bankruptcy proceedings, an insider threat, or a hack. They're alleging it to be a threat, but we all know that Sam Bankman-Fried created a backdoor, so I wouldn't be surprised if he is scheming yet again. Also in today's show, we discuss where Bitcoin price may land after this FTX implosion, according to Rec Capital, who is ultimately calling for around a $10,000, $11,000 Bitcoin price target. The same as Mike McGlone saying Bitcoin can crash another 40% from where we're currently at, taking us down to around that $10,000, $11,000 mark. And we also have Rich Dad Poor Dad author Robert Kiyosaki saying we can drop between 10 to 12,000 before rising once again, which is right in alignment with Tone Vays, who says Bitcoin can explode a whopping 450% in 2023. But first, we may drop down to around $11,000. Let me know where you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next, and I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's show. Peace.